Hi there, Aquarians, and welcome back to my channel, the Zodiac Love Tarot. I'm Jennifer Winters, and this is your Aquarius July 2020 Astrology Tarot reading. Now, I'm doing this reading early because we have a lot to talk about in July, and I want you to be prepared for what's coming up. And it's going to have to do with asteroids and Saturn. So if you're ready to hear this message, please do me a favor and just type down below, I'm ready, and that helps with engagement, and I get to talk to you. All right, so what's going on in July? Well, we're going to be carrying over that same energy about making money, and the spread that I'm going to do for you today is the Mercury communication spread, Mercury business communication spread. And the reason I'm doing that is because, like, on July the 1st, globally, there is going to be this huge focus on money, making money, how to invest your money, new avenues of money, how to save money. And that is because Saturn is going retrograde back into Capricorn, and it's going to be doing that until December. And it's just going to be people scrambling, trying to figure out how to make money. And then also, we have some asteroid activity. We have Ceres that's going retrograde in the sign of Pisces on July 7th, meaning that whereas you are giving a lot of nurturing and unconditional love to your family, to your relationship, you're going to start giving that to yourself, and you're going to focus on yourself. You're going to really focus on what you need to have self-improvement and growth, and you're just going to want to recharge. And then also on July the 11th, we're going to have Chiron, which is going retrograde in the sign of Aries. So any old habits and old patterns and things that you don't like about yourself or that you want to change, you're going to really face that stuff head on and just revamp your whole way of thinking, and you're going to actually start putting processes into place that are going to change your life. And then by July 27th, when Jupiter goes sextile to Neptune, you're going to notice that those changes are going to open up some new pathways. You're going to look different, you're going to feel different, you're going to think different. And this energy is going to be carried on even until December. And then that's when Saturn is going to go back in Aquarius, and all your ideas and your dreams and everything are going to start coming to fruition. You're going to just notice that, and you're going to be like, wow, that stuff paid off. And you're going to even notice like a little boost and jumpstart when you see the full moon on July the 20th. You're going to be like, oh, I feel this renewal already. And then the last thing I want to tell you about is Mercury going direct in Cancer. So when you need that personal space, you're going to be able to express it emotionally to other people. Like, look, hon, I know I've been, spending a lot of time with you, but I really need to refocus on myself. I need to grow financially. And all of that stuff is really going to help, especially with Mercury going direct then on July 12th. So let's talk about this Mercury communication business spread, and this is going to tell you how to grow your business, what might be standing in your way, what your negotiation skills are, what your follow-up skills are, like all that good stuff. So we talked a little bit about this in June already, but again, like I said, this energy is carrying over into the month of July, and I really want you guys to cash in on it. So let's see what your energy is. Let's see what your vision is for money for this month of July. Okay, so your vision of money is that you want it to bloom, you want it to grow. This is the summer card. It's the Princess of Wands. So right now is a good time to start planting your seeds, to start planting your ideas, because you're going to see stuff bloom. And it's funny that you're probably going to see stuff bloom as early as the end of this month in terms of money, but also on an astrology level, you might not see that money really bloom or that idea really skyrocket until December. So it's going to be the 4th of July and Christmas, okay? So that's what's going on there. Now, this next card is about how you open up and listen to people, like what catches your attention, what makes you listen. And when you start a new business or when you're trying to make some business grow, or even if you're just working, you want to listen to people, listen to what's going to create improvements, listen to new ideas, listen to what people are going through. And this card has been interesting for everybody. It's been something different. Like one sign, like the Libras, they want to listen to somebody who makes things look easy. Cancers want to listen to somebody who's been through a struggle. Then we've had other signs who want to listen to a business partner. It's a very interesting spot for a card, but let's see what opens your ears. Okay, so you got the Lupus card, which is the Two of Swords, okay? So what this means for you is that you'll listen to someone who you can bounce ideas off of, and you're looking for someone who's going to help reassure you of, uh, show you a sign that you're on the right track. So you're listening to people who are going to reinforce what you're already thinking. Now, that can sometimes be not a great card for that particular situation. I can see this happening to Aquarius, though, because you guys have these good ideas and you just want to bounce them off of people, and then you want to know, um, is there a sign that I'm on the right track? But you also want to listen to people who've been through a struggle, who've made mistakes, who have new information for you, have new resources for you, have new encouragement for you, not just the people who are going to reinforce what you already are thinking. Okay, so that this is excellent that you picked this card. So because it's a good message for you to make sure you keep your ears to the ground for different avenues of information. Okay. All right, so that was interesting. Now, the next card is going to be, how do you present yourself in the best possible way? So, funny enough, a lot of signs are getting their own sign in this particular spot. So, let's see what you get for yours. Oh, okay. So, you didn't get your own sign, but you got the Iridanus, which is the Five of Pentacles. So, this card means that you need to be clear when you're presenting yourself to other people, because this card is a card of confusion, and it means that you might be confusing people when you're presenting yourself. So that's a possibility, especially if you have some really brilliant new ideas that people don't understand. They may just not be following you. They might be like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what they're going on about. And it might be over their head, even if you can think of it that way. So when you're presenting your ideas, you want to break it down into layman's terms, something that is easily digestible for other people, especially if you want to bring them on to help you with something, or bring your idea to fruition. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, so the next card is how do you maintain clarity? So when you're in a business transaction or you're running a business, what keeps you clear? How do you maintain that clarity? So let's see what happens. Okay, so you have the Ace of Cups, which is the Ursa Minor. So this is a card about looking out for others, taking care of people, nurturing people. So it seems to me like you stay clear by knowing that what you're doing is to the benefit of helping others. Again, okay, totally Aquarius. That makes total sense. Yeah, that keeps you focused because you're like, okay, this is what's going to help, or this is a solution that's going to help everybody. Like that does really make a lot of sense. And it has the Ace of Cups, meaning that you always have good intentions um, for the business opportunities that you're after. So that brings a lot of emotion, of personal gratification and emotion to the situation. So that keeps you, keeps you going, keeps you clear. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so how do you adequately express your enthusiasm? So what do other people see? How do you express your enthusiasm? Well, let's see. Okay, you have the Jupiter card. Oh, this is interesting. This came up for the Cancer card too. So, I'm sorry, Capricorn card. This was on the last reading. They got this one, meaning that your enthusiasm sort of comes naturally. And when people see you, they see you as like the type of person who's lucky, things come to easily, and your enthusiasm just seems to come naturally. So this is a really cool card to have in that position. And also people see you as having the ability to change their future. I that didn't necessarily come out with the Capricorn, the ability to change their future, but it definitely is for you. Like I'm feeling that energy that someone would be looking to you as like an idea person who can actually solve a problem for a lot of different people, change the fortunes of a lot of different people. That's interesting. So that's how they see you in terms of enthusiasm. Now, the next card is what helps you negotiate with people. So, are you a good negotiator, Aquarius? Let's find out. Okay, so you got the Seven of Swords, which is the Lepus card. And it's a Gemini card. So, it's a very communicative card. And it also has this Mercury energy. And Gemini, all about communication. So your negotiations are good because you can communicate well. That's for sure. With the rabbit, though, it may seem like you're always ahead of yourself. So in a negotiation. So always make sure that the person, again, is following you. Like, this is so weird. Like, all of a sudden I'm thinking of the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland, like how he's always ahead of Alice. I mean, this is the way people see you, like you're always ahead of the game. But that could also be a little confusing to other people too. So when you're negotiating, make sure you wait a little bit and don't get it too much ahead of yourself or get ahead of that other person. Make sure you are constantly communicating. This is what we're going to do. Okay, I know you don't see the end result yet, but I see it. So this is what we're going to do next. And this is what we're going to, so you're leading them in the direction that you want them to go with a lot of communication and help, okay? So that's good. So are you following up in the best possible way? So once you've negotiated like a deal or something, then that's when the hard part comes, right? It's the paperwork. It's the step 1, step 2. It's, keeping the person on board, paying the person. Like, are you dealing with all that correctly? So let's see what's going on. Okay, so you got the Four of Cups, which is the Serpent's card. And this means this is a healing card. So this is a really interesting card. Are you following up with people the best way? Well, it's got Scorpio energy, so that's good because Scorpios are notorious for being meticulous and paying a lot of attention to detail. And then it's also got the Pluto symbol, meaning that there's wealth and abundance behind that and transformation. And so it may be telling me at this point that when you're following up with people that you need to make a transformation and use those particular skills. But I see you, Aquarius, as being analytical. And okay, now I see what it's saying because it's the Four of Cups. You may be being too analytical with people and giving them too much information of the technicalities when you're following up with them. So to transform or to heal that situation, be a little more supportive of the person instead of just giving them, all of the logistics and the analysis and all of that. Just be kind of more like a little bit more friendly when you're following up and not so 10 man, I guess you could say. Just, because the 10 man always needed a heart. That's weird because now we're talking about Alice in Wonderland and now we're talking about the 10 man in the Wizard of Oz. Interesting. Okay, cool. So just bring some more emotion to the situation. Don't be such a 10 man when you're following up. Okay, now, this is really cool stuff here. So let's see if you're, not on the direction that you want to be in, or if your business is not going as well as you would like, or if you're not manifesting the money that you want right now. Let's find out from this card what's standing in your way. So we'll find out here. Okay, so this is the Riga card. And it's the Six of Pentacles, and it has this Saturn energy in it, and it has the Chariot here. So this is telling me that you need to slow down, basically, and think about what you're doing, and think about, if you can see, she's nursing these two um, lambs here, or lambs and rams, whatever. And so what's going on with that is, it's an idea that you need to nurture, you need to slow down, you need to put the brakes on. So don't get too far ahead of yourself, which is an interesting card in this situation because it also has Saturn in it, which is an authoritative type of energy, and also Taurus. So this means that you need to take your time figuring out what you want to nurture, what you want to work on, and not rush into anything. So you could have, it could be go two ways. It could be you're working on a business already that you are caring about and that you are passionate about, but you're going too fast, or you're rushing into something, rushing into an investment that you might need to slow down on. You need to take more time to think things through, to nurture things. Or this could also mean that you haven't found what you're looking for yet. You're still like en route to finding a business, finding something you'd like to nurture, finding something that's important to you. So it could go either way. All right, so now the last card is, how can you communicate in the best possible way to make your business grow? So let's see. Oh God, you got the air card, which is a 10 of swords. All right. So you also have your Aquarius energy here. So how you communicate in the best possible way is to use as much communication as possible. Because you've got the Libra here, which is fairness and just, and you've got the Gemini, which is, cooperation and communication and ideas, and then you got yourself here, which is your Aquarius energy. All of it focused in one spot, all of this air energy. So that's it. The way to communicate is to use all the communication you can possibly get, even the emotional communication, the not getting too far ahead of yourself. This had come up twice, and yeah, so this is a really cool reading, Aquarius, and I'm glad that I was able to see that story, and I'm glad you brought it to me. So thank you so much, Aquarius, for coming to my channel. If you did like the message, please give me a like down below, and please subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting messages. And I want to see, from the comments, if you're starting a new project, or if you want to manifest some money, just say I'm wanting to manifest money. And then also, yeah, if you want to get a reading, please reach out to me at askjenniferwinters@gmail.com. Okay? Thank you so much, Aquarius, and I will see you next month.